It's time for high school softball on KDAO. Tonight's game is brought to you by Hardin County Savings Bank, Hanson Family Hospital, D&B Agro Systems, Ellsworth Community College. Now, high school softball on KDAO.
Good evening and welcome to Jewel as the road to the state softball tournament begins tonight here at the Mike Penning Athletic Complex in Jewel. It'll be South Hardin on the road at South Hamilton. This is Radio on the Go Sports. Andy Jennings with you also on KDAO.com. South Hardin 1-22, South Hamilton 9-21. And should be a interesting matchup. Of course, South Hamilton out of the Heart of Iowa Conference, South Hardin out of the NICL Conference. South Hardin starting lineup will look like this. Ella Owens will lead off and catch. Brinley Weig will play center field and hit second. Caitlin Dickus is the third baseman batting third. Charlie Rozonke will be the shortstop batting fourth. Lucy Anderson will play first base and hit fifth. Madeline Willoughby is the right fielder batting sixth. Maddie Duncan will play second base and hit seventh. Michaela Hardy is the left fielder batting eighth, and Reese Schaefer is the designated player batting ninth. The pitcher for South Hardin is Addie Reeks, and she will be the flex player for the Tigers. For South Hamilton, they will start out with Ella Boone leading off and playing catcher. Emma Lammers will pitch and bat second. Addie Trask is the left fielder hitting third. Claire Hewitt will play first base and bat fourth. Emma Ammerman is the third baseman hitting fifth. Lily Ammerman will play shortstop and hit sixth. Dallas Oberrender is the designated player hitting seventh. Allie Newberger will play center field and hit eighth. And Jill Hesse is the second baseman batting ninth. Ava Corbin will be the right fielder and flex player for South Hamilton. So South Hardin is coached by Blake Owens, and South Hamilton's head coach is Josh Gorman. The winner of this game has a tough task on Wednesday night as they will go to Hoover High School and take on 2A number 2 Grandview Christian, who sits 24-3. So as the starting lineup's being introduced here to the crowd, as the Tigers will be in their black jerseys with black tops, little red pinstripe. South Hamilton in their red pants, white tops with the red sleeves and red pinstripes. And this should be a interesting matchup because, I mean, South Hardin went 1-22. Obviously, that's a tough season, but you kind of get a chance to restart the season, so to speak, and this is your chance to maybe put some things together in the tournament, but we'll see. The pitcher for South Hamilton is Emma Lammers. She's got a 4-14 record, 95 innings, 150 hits, 122 runs, just 71 earned runs, 58 strikeouts, 31 walks. Reeks is 0-11 in 53 innings. She's allowed 102 hits, 115 runs, just 81 earned, 33 strikeouts, and 65 walks. So balls and pitch command has been a problem at times for Reeks. So we'll see if she can throw more strikes here tonight. She usually starts, and then McKenna Warburton has come in to pitch as well. She's got a 1-11 record, 71 innings, 142 hits, 119 runs, 29 strikeouts, 39 walks. Even with all that said, South Hardin's only made 49 errors as a team. Charlie Rozonke kind of leads the offense. She's batting .373 with 1 home run, 12 RBIs. Caitlin Dickus also hitting strong, .359, 6 doubles, 7 runs batted in. for South Hamilton, as we will step away for the national anthem and come back with the opening pitch from Jewell. It's regional softball on Radio on the Go Sports and KDAO.com.
At Hardin County Savings Bank, we have school spirit. Mascots are full of school spirit, and they're helping us give back to local schools. With every HCSB debit card swipe, you're helping fund school events and activities. Register today for HCSB Cash for schools programs and join us in making a difference. At Hardin County Savings Bank, we have school spirit.
All Hanson Family Hospital clinics are now scheduling athletic sports physicals for middle, high school, and college students. This special is $38 for middle and high school students and $80 for college students if paid day of service. This special is not filed with insurance, and payment must be at time of service to receive the discounted price. It does not include immunizations or any other services. Call your provider today to avoid the end of summer rush. Hanson Family Hospital and Clinics is healthcare you can count on.
For your commercial or agricultural projects, trust D&B Agrosystems of Hubbard. D&B Agrosystems is a turnkey operation for commercial and on-the-farm solutions. At D&B, they offer grain storage, handling, and dry systems for all sizes of operation. For more than 40 years, D&B has built a name of consistently delivering quality products and prompt, reliable service at competitive prices. For complete details on what D&B Agrosystems of Hubbard can do for your operation, visit dnbsystems.com.
It's regional softball tonight from Jewell, South Hardin, and South Hamilton. Andy Jennings with you on Radio on the Go Sports. This one of, multiple games we have for you tonight across the Radio on the Go Media Network. Of course, if you're a South Hardin fan, John will have the South Hardin baseball game against Sumner Fredericksburg coming up on 99 The Wave. Also, Chuck is in Conrad tonight. BCLUW and Linville-Sully. Austin had a game earlier with GMG and AGWSR. Not sure if that has come to an end yet. Looks like everything seems to be working how it should be. We'll see what transpires here tonight. Looks like GMG and AGWSR is over. And it appears it was tied at 2. So it will be Ella Owens to lead off for South Hardin. And looks like AGWSR did, in fact, upset GMG earlier tonight, 4-2. So we are ready to get this one underway as Owens will stand in. Lammer's ready to deliver the first pitch. Pitch is in there for a strike. What a perfect night for regional softball. After all the heat we had last week, it is quite pleasant out here in Jewell. Actually, my first time coming here. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's fouled back. And the count at no balls, 2 strikes. So the count at 0-2. Owens on the season comes in batting at .371. 26 hits, 21 of them singles. 0-2 pitch, and she struck her out swinging. So an opening strikeout for Lammers. And 1 down around the outfield for South Hamilton. Trask is in left, Newberger in center, Corbin in right. Emma Ammerman is at third, Lily Ammerman at short, Hesse at second, Hewitt at first, and Mune is at first, behind the plate as Weig shows bunt and takes up in the zone a ball. So 1 ball, no strikes. Brinley, just a freshman, also hitting .357, bunts it down the first baseline foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. South Hardin actually as a team has hit the ball pretty well, hitting .279. Just have, even with that said, they've only scored 57 runs. So the count of 1-1. Wide bunting again. Bunts it out in front of the plate. Picked up by the pitcher Lammers, and she retires wide for the second out. Nice play. That was a pretty good bunt. Kind of in that diagonal spot between home plate, the first base line, and the pitching circle. And able to get to it quickly. Here's Caitlin Dickus. Dickus has some big power. 6 doubles, 7 runs batted in. And she tried to hold up, did she? Looks like she did. 1 ball, no strikes. So 1-0 count. And the home plate umpire was talking to the South Hamilton coach. He thought there should have been an appeal. And there's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. So count even at 1-1. 2 down. Top of the first inning. Caitlin Dickus at the plate for South Hardin. And that's away a ball. 2 balls and a strike. So the count of 2-1. One of many games we have for you this week with tournament softball, tournament baseball tomorrow night. 2-1 pitch is low. 3 balls and a strike. Charlie Rozanki on deck. One of the keys for South Hardin has been Rozanki hasn't had a ton of at-bats with people on base. And when she gets chances with people on base, she can come through, and there's a 2-out walk to Dickus. So Dickus walks, and that'll bring in Charlie Rozanki. Rozanki with 4 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run, and 12 driven in. She is the big bat, and South Hardin needs her to come through when she gets chances. She grounds this one to short, fielded by Lily Ammerman. Throw to first is going to be in time, and the side is retired. So South Hardin, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We'll go to the bottom of the first. South Hamilton coming to the plate. This is regional softball on Radio On The Go Sports. South Hamilton will have their first trip to the plate. South Hardin went scoreless in the top of the first inning. Let's take a look around the outfield for the Tigers. Hardy is in left, Weig in center, Willoughby in right, Dickus at third, Rozanki at short, Duncan at second, Anderson at first, and Owens is behind the plate. In the circle for South Hardin is Addie Reeks. Reeks has a record of 0-11, 53 innings, 102 hits, 115 runs, 33 strikeouts, 65 walks. 15 games pitched, 10 starts. And here is the catcher Bonet to lead off. So it'll be Bonet, Emma Lammers, and Addie Trask. As Bonet will stand in. The 8th grade catcher batting .500. Reek's first pitch is a strike on the inside corner. That's really the big key for South Hardin. And Reeks consistently throws strikes, because when she does, I did a game versus Grundy Center where she pitched arguably her best game of the year. And she was around the strike zone pretty much the entire game and wound up being just a 7-4 defeat. 1 ball, 1 strike on Bonet. The break-even pitch. That's high and away. 2 balls and a strike. Especially in a regional tournament game like this, you don't want to give up a lot of free passes. So 2-1 count on Bonet. As Reeks delivers, and it's popped up. Foul, or actually the second baseman, Duncan, will get it right on the first base line. As she ranges over behind Anderson, the first baseman, to make the catch. And one down. Good start for Reeks. Here's Emma Lammers. The sophomore batting .407. 1 home run, 13 driven in. South Hamilton as a team has hit 6 long balls. Pitch is fouled straight back. No balls and a strike. 0-1 count. As Reeks delivers. That's high and away ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. As a 1-1 count on Emma Lammers. Break-even pitch is high and away again. 2 balls and a strike. So second straight batter, Reeks fell behind 2-1. She got Bonet to pop out. Now 2-1 to Lammers. Lammers does have 9 doubles and that 1 home run. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Grounded to third. Fielded by Dickus. Throw across is high, but the tag and the ball gets away. So that'll be an error. As Anderson made the catch and tried to make the tag. And as she did, Lammers ran into her and the ball came out. So the runner is safe. So it'll be an error. It's kind of like a team error. We'll say the throw kind of took Anderson off the base. As Trask pops it up, back behind, and that will fall foul. Owens couldn't quite get there. And as we said earlier, AGWSR knocked off GMG 4-2. So a minor upset there. Looks like none of the baseball. Well, we do have some of the baseball scores posted as already. Here's another bouncing ball to Dickus at third. That'll be foul. We can report that AP defeated Hudson earlier tonight 8-4. North Tama beat Clarksville 14-5. So that means we will have a doubleheader tomorrow night at Wapsie Valley. We'll see. Well, I guess that's if Wapsie Valley wins. We know East Marshall, Don Bosco at 5. North Tama versus whoever they play at 7. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Outside, runner goes. Throw down to second is not going to be in time. And that's a stolen base for Emma Lammers. So Lammers with a steal of second base. That'll be her 12th stolen base of the year. And a 1-2 count on Addie Trask. Trask with 3 home runs, 20 driven in. First runner in scoring position for South Hamilton. We're scoreless in this regional tournament game. Here's the 1-2. It's high. Wanted her to chase. Trask laid off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Claire Hewitt is on deck. So a 2-2 count. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And strike 3 called. So Reeks able to get her first strikeout, and it's a big second out. That'll bring in the left-handing hitting Hewitt. Hewitt at 231. South Hamilton as a team batting 248. She does have 21 runs batted in, though, to lead the team. A chance to give South Hamilton the early lead with a base hit. Here's the pitch from Reeks, trying to get out of it, and there's strike 1 at the top of the zone. No balls and a strike. Hewitt with 8 doubles and that 1 bomb. Lammers good speed at second base. Reeks trying to get out of this first inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's high. Runner off the bag at second, but Owens just fires it back to Reeks. So count 1 ball, 1 strike. With 2 outs. Bottom of the first, break-even pitch outside. Runner, it's a little bit further off, and Owens again kind of stares her down and walks her back to second base. 2 balls and a strike. As Hewitt trying to deliver a 2-out knock. Riggs trying to get out of it. Fouled straight back to the screen, right in front of us, just to the right of us. And the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Riggs looking to the coaches for the sign. Here comes the 2-2 delivery. Just missed the outside corner, maybe a touch low. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So the count full. On deck is Emma Ammerman. So 3-2 pitch coming from Reeks. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. She struck her out. 2 strikeouts for Reeks. And no runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left on base. We played an inning in Jewel. It's scoreless. South Hardin and South Hamilton. This is Radio on the Go Sports.
At Hardin County Savings Bank, we have school spirit. Mascots are full of school spirit, and they're helping us give back to local schools. With every HCSB debit card swipe, you're helping fund school events and activities. Register today for HCSB Cash for schools programs and join us in making a difference. At Hardin County Savings Bank, we have school spirit.
South Hardin and South Hamilton scoreless as we go into the top of the second inning. It'll be Lucy Anderson, Madeline Willoughby, and Maddie Duncan for the Tigers. Andy Jennings with you on Radio on the Go Sports. These 2 teams very familiar with each other. Just down the road on I-75 to Eldora. About maybe 30 miles away. These 2 play quite a bit over the years, although I don't think they played this year.
Top of the second inning, batting for the Tigers.
As it will be Lucy Anderson to lead things off. Lucy will stand in. The first pitch is a strike. No balls and a strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Lammers, and Anderson drives one in the air, deep left center field on the run, leaping up, can't get it, is Newberger. Anderson on her way to second, and in there with a stand-up double. Lucy Anderson hammers a double to the left center gap. And now here's Willoughby with a runner on second base and nobody out. Willoughby standing in. You wonder if this might be a bunting situation. With that runner on second base, try to get her over to third. Takes high a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. A 1-0 count. Big opportunity for South Hardin to get on the board in the second inning. And there's a strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. The first hit of the game for South Hardin, a double by Anderson. Here's the pitch, and Willoughby bounces one to first, fielded by Hewitt. She'll step on the bag, but a good at bat by Willoughby. That's what you want to do there, hit the ball on the ground to the right side. So Anderson advances to third, and now Maddie Duncan a chance to give South Hardin the lead. Duncan an opportunity to give the Tigers the lead. Here's the pitch. And a strike on the outside corner. That's where you got to put the ball in play. South Hamilton kind of playing back around the infield, not really bringing anybody in. So if you can ground it basically anywhere but third and first, you should bring in the run as it's fouled off towards the on-deck circle on the first base side. South Hamilton does lead the all-time series 3-1. South Hardin won here last year in this game, 6-0. Here's the 0-2. It's a ground ball, right side, and Hewitt's going to come home. The tag, and she is saved. And Anderson slides in safely to give South Hardin a 1-0 lead. Hewitt came home to try and get the out. And Anderson able to slide in feet first, just beat the tag. And also getting to first base will be Duncan on the fielder's choice. 1-0 South Hardin. And now here's Michaela Hardy. It's one of those where you almost gotta make that decision before you get the ball hit to you, whether you're coming home or going to first base. If you're indecisive, it's going to be too late. She was pretty decisive, got it quickly and threw it in. But Anderson just a little bit too quick. 1 ball, 1 strike on Michaela Hardy. As Hardy fouls it back, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Last year in this same game, Lucy Anderson hit 2 home runs and drove in 3 runs. And she doubled and scored a run already in this second inning. Now Hardy drives one in the air, right center field. That's down for a base hit. Getting it back in is Newberger. Second hit of the inning. Hardy with a base hit. Runners now on first and second with 1 out. And here's Reese Schaefer. Now the Tigers offense off to a good start here in this regional tournament game. Now with Schaefer at the plate, runners on first and second, 2 outs. She takes high. And the count, 1 ball, no strikes. On deck is Ella Owens. Swing and a miss. Schaefer does kind of the running slap hit. 1 ball, 1 strike. She's trying to put it in play. Bloops one down the third base line, foul. That will bounce up against the fence on the third base line. Over by the third base dugout. The count of 1-2. See if Schaefer can put it in play. She's had this is her first at bat. And she fouls it straight back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Schaefer, a freshman. She's had 2 walks in her limited at bats. She grounds this one through the hole on the left side. Getting it to it quickly is Trask. And the bases are loaded. Great piece of hitting by Schaefer. And South Hardin in business with the bases loaded and 1 out.
Now batting catcher number 15, Ella Owens.
Now here's Ella Owens. Owens struck out swinging back in the first inning. Huge opportunity for South Hardin. Bases loaded, 1 out, leading 1-0. Ground ball to second. They'll throw to first for the out. Coming in to score will be Duncan, and it's 2-0. So 2-0 as Owens the RBI ground out, 4-3. And now here's Weig. She tried to bunt her first time. Now she'll bat with runners on second and third. Takes a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. This is where you need that clutch 2-out hit. You go from 2-0 to potentially 4-0. The pitch is high again. 2 balls, no strikes. And Lammers has run into a bit of trouble this inning. She's allowed 3 hits and 2 runs. Of course, remember the play where they came home instead of getting the out at first. And the count of 2 balls and a strike as Weig, a pretty good swing. Only just 1 RBI on the season. This will be a great chance to pick up number 2 and 3. She can just drop one in somewhere in the outfield. Here's the 2-1. She's bunting and pops it up foul back behind home plate. And the count at 2-2. Coach Owens trying to keep her positive. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's down, ball 3. So the count is full at 3-2. Lammers has thrown quite a few pitches this inning. Of course, doesn't matter as much in softball as it does for baseball, but 3-2 is popped up right field over towards the line, and reaching up to make the catch will be Ava Corbin. But South Hardin takes the lead. They get 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors and 2 left on. To the bottom of the second we go. Tigers in front, 2-0. This is Radio On the Go Sports.
A wound that won't heal can slow your life down, but you don't have to face it alone. At Hanson Family Hospital's Wound Care Center, our specialized team of skilled clinicians provides the medical expertise needed to support the body's healing process, limit health complications, and speed up recovery time for non-healing wounds. With personalized treatment plans and compassionate care, we're focused on helping you heal and get back to what matters most. Call 641-323-2060 to schedule an appointment in Iowa Falls. Hanson Family Hospital is healthcare you can count on.
South Hardin leading South Hamilton 2-0 after 2 runs in the second inning. The Hawks will have Emma Ammerman, Lily Ammerman, and Dallas Oberrender in the bottom of the second inning. A picture-perfect night for regional softball. I mean, quite honestly, other than the last week where it's been a little bit hot, I mean, the weather, it's been spectacular. All baseball and softball season. I don't remember a year like this where our weather has just been so perfect. I don't think I've had any games, well, I'll knock on some wood here, but we don't want to jinx it. But honestly, I think I've done every game that I've scheduled this year. Ground ball to third. It gets through Dickus, and that'll get down the left field line, and a leadoff base runner for South Hamilton. That'll be an error. So an E5 as Dickus tried to backhand it. It just went right through her legs. So runner on first base, nobody out, as South Hamilton trying to answer South Hardin's top of the second. And here's Lily Ammerman. Pitch from Reeks is driven in the air, left field, going back, now settling under it and making the catch is Hardin. About maybe 10 or 15 feet in front of the fence. As Lily Ammerman got into it, but not quite enough. Here's Dallas Oberrender. We're in the bottom of the second inning. South Hardin leading 2-0 in this regional softball game. And missing up in the zone is Reeks. The winner will play at second-ranked Grandview Christian, and they play at Des Moines Hoover High School. That will be on Wednesday night. They were number 1, but dropped to number 2 in the final rankings. Snap throw to first, and it's thrown down the right field line. Getting to it quickly is Willoughby to get it back in, and that's going to be an error on Owens. She does have a tendency to like to try and pick off base runners. And sometimes that can get you into trouble. That time she just threw it down the first base line. The count 1-1. Driven foul down the left field side. Well, the count, is it 1-2 or 2-1? The scoreboard has it 1-2. I had it 2-1, but I'm not sure. Looks like it is a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Missing away, gets away from Owens. Advancing down to third base is Emma Ammerman on the wild pitch. Well, South Hamilton's got a runner down at third base, trailing 2-0 in the bottom of the second. Here comes the 2-2 delivery. That's in the dirt. Nice stop by Owens. Now the count is 3-2. That would have scored a run for sure if Owens didn't get it. So the count full at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch. Ball 4. It's low and away, so the tying run at first. Runners on first and third. Here's Allie Newberger. Newberger's been busy, at least defensively. She's batting just 231 or 164. And she takes inside a ball. That was the first walk allowed by Reeks. At times it's been a problem for her. So count 1-0, 1 out. Runners on first and third, 2-0 South Hardin. There's a strike. Runner goes for second, and she'll make it standing. So the count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. A 1-1 count on Allie Newberger. Chance to tie the game with a base hit. And just missing a bit low. So the count of 2-1. Down at third base is Emma Ammerman. At second, Dallas Oberender. 2-1 pitch from Reeks. And there's a strike on the inside corner. So the count at 2-2. Reeks looking for a big second out. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's in the dirt. Owens blocks it. And the count at 3-2. So the count is full at 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch. It's popped up. Shallow center. It's going to drop in. 1 run will score. Oberender will be held at third base. That'll be an RBI single. And it's 2-1 as Newberger drops it into shallow right center field. And that'll bring in Hesse with a chance to tie the game now with runners on first and third. Hesse at 164, 6 runs batted in. The runner had to hold at second base just in case it was going to be caught, although it looked off the bat like that was never going to be caught. So maybe a poor read by the runner at second, but you don't want to take the chance with 1 out. You got to at least hold. But if she doesn't hold, she probably scores easily, and this game is tied. And the pitch in the dirt, and it hits her. So the bases are loaded with 1 out. And back to the top of the order with Bonet. So big opportunity for South Hamilton. As Bonet at the plate, she popped out to second her first time. Reeks looking in. We're only in the bottom of the second. South Hardin leading 2-1. Here's the pitch to Bonet. And she tried to hold up but couldn't do it. Strike 1. No balls and a strike. Bonet batting .500, 38 hits, 30 singles, 5 doubles, 2 triples, 1 home run. She's just an 8th grader. What a year. And takes the rise ball for a ball high. So the count of 1 ball, 1 strike. A 1-1 count. Here's the break-even pitch. It's popped up. First base, foul territory, and Anderson can't quite get there. couldn't quite find it in time as she was kind of maneuvering backwards and sideways over towards the fence on the first base line and couldn't get to it. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Bonet. Reeks looking for a big second out. Bases loaded, 1-2 pitch. It's ripped towards right. It's sinking fast. It'll drop for a hit. Willoughby will get it back in. We're tied up at 2 on the RBI single by Bonet. Didn't hit it that hard, but perfect spot. And the similar type of hit that they had by Newberger. A run scores. To third goes Newberger. Hesse to second. To first Bonet. And now here's the pitcher, Emma Lammers, in a 2-2 game with 1 out. The pitch from Reeks. That's high, a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. A long second inning. South Hardin got 2 in the top of the second. South Hamilton already with 2, but threatening for a lot more with the bases loaded and 1 out. Reeks delivers. And that's down and in, a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Nowhere to put her. Still just 1 out in the inning. On deck is Trask. Lammers reached on an error first time. The 2-1, that's high off the glove. Runner trying to score the throw, and she is safe standing. As coming in to score is Newberger. To third goes Hesse. To second goes Bonet, and it is 3-2 South Hamilton. And now Coach Owen's going to go out and try to calm down everybody as a 3-0 count on Lammers. And South Hamilton has grabbed the lead 3-2 in this bottom of the second. We thought this could be a little bit of a back and forth affair, as we're in the bottom of the second inning. A 3-0 count. And some of our local teams have already won earlier tonight. It was AGWSR knocking off GMG in regional softball 4-2 as they scored 2 runs late. Also in district baseball, AP beat Hudson 8-4 and North Tama beat Clarksville 14-5. As coming to the plate, Lammers, 3-0 count. Runners on second and third. So 3-0 count. And ball 4 inside, and the bases are loaded again. Second walk.
Number 3, Addie Trask.
So Trask at the plate. So it'll be Trask up with the bases loaded, still just 1 out. As Trask standing in, 3-2 South Hamilton. A big pitches for Reeks. Popped up on the infield. Owens back, and she tripped on her face mask and couldn't make the catch. So big missed opportunity there for South Hardin. An 0-1 count. Bases loaded, 1 out. Long second inning here in Jewel. The 0-1 in the dirt. It gets away from Owens. Runner breaking for the plate, and she's safe. As Hesse scores easily as the fans scream that she needs to slide. But she scores standing up. And 1 ball, 1 strike on the, well, probably a pass ball. So both runners move up, and Trask takes a strike at the top of the zone. Runners on second and third, 1-2 count. 4-2, South Hamilton. As Reeks delivers the pitch and fouled back, that caught the umpire. So the count remains 1-2. A 1 ball, or actually 2 ball, 2 strike count. Here's the 2-2 from Reeks. Swing and a miss. She struck her out. Second time she has struck out Trask. Third strikeout, and there's 2 down. Here's Claire Hewitt. So Hewitt will stand in. And there's a strike. 0-1 count. Ground ball to short. Rozanki backhand. Throw to first in time to get the out. And that will retire the side. But South Hamilton gets 4 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on. South Hamilton in front of South Hardin, 4-2 as we go to the third. This is Radio on the Go Sports.
For your commercial or agricultural projects, trust D&B Agrosystems of Hubbard. D&B Agrosystems is a turnkey operation for commercial and on-the-farm solutions. At D&B, they offer grain storage, handling, and dry systems for all sizes of operation. For more than 40 years, D&B has built a name of consistently delivering quality products and prompt, reliable service at competitive prices. For complete details on what D&B Agrosystems of Hubbard can do for your operation, visit dnbsystems.com.
Top of the third inning, South Hamilton leading South Hardin 4-2. As the Tigers South Hardin will have their 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming up in the third inning. That'll be Kaylin Dickus, Charlie Rozanki, and Lucy Anderson. So the meat of the order for the Tigers. There's South Hamilton with 4 runs in the bottom of the second after South Hardin had 2 in the top of the second. So Dickus will stand in. She walked her first time. And the first pitch is away, a ball. So 1 ball, no strikes. So 1-0 count. And that's down a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. So 2-0 count on Dickus. Walked her first time and ahead 2-0 here. If Caitlin can get something to hammer. She fouls it straight back. And just a little bit under that pitch. That was right over the heart of the plate, but got under it. So the count 2 balls and a strike to Dickus. Rozanki is on deck. And then Anderson, who doubled and scored in the second. Here's the 2-1. It's popped up, back and out of play. Back behind home plate on the first base side. So the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Oh, a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch, and that's rolled to the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So the count 3-2. Lammers allowed 3 hits in the second inning and a couple of runs. Here's the payoff pitch, and it's fisted down the first base line, and a lunging catch attempt by the left-handed first baseman Hewitt. Couldn't quite pull it in. She reached her glove out as far as she could without diving. And it bounced off the glove and stayed foul. So count 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch. Dickus drives one in the air to left, over and off the glove of the left fielder Trask. Dickus will make the turn, head for second, and she's in there. So a 2-base error gives Dickus a double. As the catch unable to be made by Trask, and now South Hardin has the tying run at the plate in Charlie Rozanki. I don't know if that ball knuckled a bit on Trask as it went to the outfield. I just couldn't catch it. And South Hardin in business with a runner on second, nobody out. As Rozanki takes a strike. Charlie grounded out to short her first time. Here's the pitch, and way out in front of the changeup. Fooled badly there, strike 2. So the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Lammers looking in. Rozanki going to have to protect. The 0-2 way high with the rise ball. And the count of 1-2. Dickus at second base, nobody out. South Hardin trailing 4-2. And Rozanki this time able to adjust and take the changeup for a ball. So the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. We'll look in. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Rozanki rips it down the line foul. Third base line. So the count remains 2-2. And you wouldn't expect that changeup again, even though she fooled her early. A lot of pitchers don't really use that changeup as the kind of put-away pitch. It's more of a pitch that surprises you. Here's the 2-2, and just outside. So the count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And quick throw to second. So the count now full at 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch, and there's ball 4. The first 2 have reached for South Hardin. An error and a walk. And runners on first and second. Here's Lucy Anderson. Anderson doubled her first time. He drove it over the center fielder's head. Now she's got a chance to be the go-ahead run if she can really get into one, as the strike at the top of the zone. And now they got Dickus caught in a rundown, and she's going to get back. As Coach Owens looking at Dickus like, stop messing around and letting him throw it behind you. As he's kind of got a sly smile on his face. And there's nobody out. Runners on first and second. I think she's going to be maybe a little bit more careful. And in the dirt, a ball. And 1 ball, 1 strike. She's just kind of walking back to the bag, and you got to be careful. There's nobody out. Here's the 1-1. That's high. Quick throw. Nope, not going to throw it. I mean, I guess you got the pitcher's attention. But if you get picked off, As Coach Owens able to knock down the foul ball hit hard by Anderson. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Lucy. So the count at 2-2. Nobody out. Runners on first and second. 4-2 South Hamilton. 2-2 pitch. Anderson, bouncer to short, going to third, and the throw gets away. Diggins is going to try and score the throw home, and she's going to get tagged out. As able to get there was Emma Ammerman. And Diggins is tagged out.
Now batting number 6, Madeline Willoughby.
So fielder's choice for Anderson. Dickus is tagged out at the plate, 5-2. And Rozanki will advance to third base. So now here's Madeline Willoughby, grounded to first her first time to bring in a run. If she does that here, it'd probably do the same. And takes the ball high. 1 ball, no strikes. In the top of the third inning, the winner of this game will go to play number 2, Grandview Christian at Des Moines Hoover High School on Wednesday. Pitch is high, 2 balls, no strikes. So 2-0 count on Willoughby. South Hardin had Dickus cut down at the plate. The 2-0 to Willoughby, 3-0. So 3-0 count. As Lammers looking in. 3-0 pitch is inside and low, ball 4. And the bases are loaded for South Hardin with 1 out.
Now batting for the Tigers.
Here's Maddie Duncan.
Maddie Duncan.
Rozanki at third, Anderson at second. Willoughby at first. Good speed for the Tigers. Duncan swings at the first pitch, pops it up, shallow right field. Throw coming back in. The catch made by the second baseman, Hesse. And there's 2 down. And now here's Hardy. She singled her first time. And South Hardin needs a 2-out hit, or this inning, which started so promising, is going to end with no runs. Hardy grounds one down the third base line. So the count of no balls and a strike. Tigers needing a clutch 2-out hit from Hardy, one of the seniors. And she delivered the 0-1 pitch. Strike 2 called. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, bases full of Tigers. South Hardin trailing 4-2, top of the third. 0-2 pitch. Hardy pops it back and out of play, foul behind home plate. And the count remains, no balls and 2 strikes. Michaela has just 3 runs batted in all year, just 7 hits. One of them came, though, in the second. And she struck her out swinging. She'll step on home plate, and that will retire the side. As Hardy down on strikes, Lammers with her second strikeout, and somehow escapes the third inning without allowing a run. South Hardin, no runs, no hits, 1 error, and 3 left on. The Tigers have left on 6 through the first 3 innings. We'll head to the bottom of the third. It's South Hamilton 4, South Hardin 2. Bottom of the third inning, it is South Hamilton leading South Hardin 4-2. Andy Jennings with you on Radio On The Go Sports and KDAO.com. That's 4-2. South Hardin's had a lot of base runners on, but they haven't been able to plate most of them. They've left 6 on base, including the bases loaded in the 3rd inning. You hope that doesn't come back to haunt them.
Shortstop, third baseman, number 16, Emma Ammerman.
So it'll be Emma Ammerman, Lily Ammerman, and Dallas Oberender. This is the part of the order that got things started for South Hamilton in the 2nd. Emma reached on an error. Lily flew out to left, and then a walk. RBI single by Newberger. Popped up. Second baseman Duncan behind the first base bag, making the catch right on the baseline. And one down. Reeks could really use a bounce-back inning after a tough second where she allowed 4 runs, even though it wasn't all on her. Some bloop hits by South Hamilton. And a strike on the outside corner. No balls and a strike, so no 1 count. With 1 out. Here's the 0-1 from Reeks. This ball ripped into left field for a base hit. Hardy has it get by her. Now on her way to second is going to be Ammerman, and she's in there. So that'll be a base hit and an error, which sends her to second base. And that's already 3 errors for South Hardin. And now here's Dallas Oberender. It was a hard hit ball, but a ball that Hardy's got to keep in front of her there. So 1 out, Oberender at the plate. Walked on a 3-2 pitch her first time. And wound up scoring a run as she takes a strike. So this is what Reeks has to do, get a few more first pitch strikes, get ahead of the hitters. Instead of pitching from behind. Here's the 0-1. That's high. Count even, a 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 count with 1 out. Here's the break-even pitch, and she hit her. So Oberender is hit by the pitch in the back. That'll be the 2nd hit batsman for Reeks. And now runners on first and second for Newberger. She blooped a single her first time. Has dropped it into shallow right center to bring in a run, and she's got another opportunity to drive in a run. So runners on first and second, 1 out, 4-2, South Hamilton trying to expand their lead. Reeks needs a big second out. Swing and a miss at the rise ball. Counted 0-1. An 0-1 count, and there's a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. So 0-2, can Reeks put her away? On deck will be the number 9 hitter, Hesse. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's a ground ball to second. Duncan's got it. She'll go to third. And she's safe. What in the world? Why would she throw that ball to third? That was not a very smart play. Tried to get the lead runner. She could have easily went to second to get the out and potentially turn a double play, but at least you got to get the out at first. So a big mistake there. More of a mental mistake than a physical error. But we'll see if that comes back to hurt South Hardin, as now the bases are loaded. I mean, if you get that out, if it's a grounder to the pitcher or shortstop, third base, you get that. But second base, you just don't. That's just too risky. Ground ball back to Reeks, and she goes to first. And a run scores. She didn't come home. So South Hardin making some mental mistakes. That's an easy come home to get the out, but I guess she just didn't realize there was a runner on third base. Literally, that girl at third base is out by a mile if you come home with that. And you could potentially even turn a double play. But they do get an out. It's 5-2 South Hamilton. And honestly, if you don't have the play where you throw to third, that's the third out right there. Here's the 1-0. Now a line drive into center field, and that's going to hurt. 2 runs are going to score, and it's 7-2. So a 2-run single for Bonet. That's why you always got to be thinking on a softball field, because some mistakes by the South Hardin defense and South Hamilton cashing in as they get 3 runs. And it's now 7-2. I mean, you get the out at home, and you get that out at first if you're the second baseman, and you wonder if that's why Reeks goes to first so quickly there, because she saw what happened with Duncan throwing to third, and she wants to make sure she gets the out, but that would have been an easy play to come home. Here goes the runner, Bonet, head first slide, and she is just in there ahead of the throw. And a stolen base. 1 ball, no strikes on Lammers. So the count 1-0. And that's way outside. Great catch by Owens. As that looked like that was headed to the backstop, and she stretched out all the way into the left-hand batter's box to make that catch. 2-0 count on Emma Lammers. South Hamilton leading 7-2. And that one is going to get off her glove and away, so down to third base goes Bonet. And the count of 3 balls, no strikes. South Hamilton leading 7-2. We're in the bottom of the third inning. And they're trying to add another run to their lead. This ball was crushed to the right center gap. That's going to go to the wall. Lammers on her way to second. She's going to be in there. Now she's going to third. Here's the relay, the tag, and she is out trying to get to third base. It'll still be an RBI double, but she is cut down on a 9-4-5. Another run comes in to score, though. It is 8-2, South Hamilton. South Hardin needs some runs. We'll head to the fourth. Tigers trailing by 6. This is Radio On The Go Sports on KDAO.com.
At Hardin County Savings Bank, we have school spirit. Mascots are full of school spirit, and they're helping us give back to local schools. With every HCSB debit card swipe, you're helping fund school events and activities. Register today for HCSB Cash for schools programs and join us in making a difference. At Hardin County Savings Bank, we have school spirit.
Eight to 2, South Hamilton, as they get 4 runs in the third inning. 1 error and no one left on base. So as we go to the top of the fourth, South Hardin's had quite a few base runners, just have not been able to bring them in. They've left 6 on base. And they got to get something going here. It'll be 9-1-2, trailing 8-2. I mean, you still feel good that you could come back potentially just because you've gotten so many runners on base, but you got to start cashing some of these runners in. Now you're really in trouble because Hamilton now just 4 runs away from potentially ending this thing early. Ball is popped up. Third base side now to play foul. No balls and a strike. So no 1 count. Here's the 0-1. That's down for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Schaefer singled her first time. Grounded one between third and short. The 1-1 pitch. That's down. 2 balls and a strike. So a 2-1 count. The 2-1 to Schaefer is a bouncing ball, gets by the pitcher and off the glove of the third baseman. And Schaefer is 2 for 2 as that's an infield hit.
Now batting catcher number 15.
You could potentially give an error, but it was deflected by the pitcher and then bobbled by the third baseman. So it's kind of hard to give an error to somebody unless you give it to the pitcher for not fielding it cleanly. Now here's Ella Owens, an RBI ground out, and she is struck out swinging. Takes a ball outside. 1 ball, no strikes. South Hardin has had their leadoff hitter on the last 2 innings, or last 3 innings. Here's a bouncing ball to third. It'll be Ammerman going to second for 1, on to first, and not in time. So they do get the lead runner at second base and Schaefer, 5-4 on the out there. And 1 down, here's Brindley Weig. Now Weig will stand in. Runner goes, throw down to second, and Owens just able to beat that with a head-first slide. A 1-0 count. Pretty good throw by Bonet behind the plate. So 1 ball, no strike count. South Hardin with a runner in scoring position. Can they get her home? Weig bunting it up the third base line. Bonet gets to it, but a foul ball is called. And Coach Owens wants to know what happened there. As the umpire said, foul ball. It was very close. It must have went. Maybe it either hit the hitter or it was just to the outside of the line. Because it looked like a fair ball off the bat. As Weig takes the strike, it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1-2 count on Weig. 1 out. Runner on second base. South Hardin trailing 8-2. 1-2 is down in the dirt. Runner goes, throw to third, and now Owens is in a rundown. And Ammerman runs down and tags her. So Owens is caught stealing. 2-5 on the out, 2 down. And now a 2-2 count on Weig. Second base runner South Hardin has had thrown out. That Owens the caught stealing, and then you had Dickus try to score, and she was cut down at the plate. And it's high to Weig. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So the count full at 3-2. And Lammer's trying to get out of this inning. 3-2 pitch is driven down the right field line, over and making the catch on the line again is Corbin. She has gotten Weig out twice tonight. South Hardin, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th. South Hamilton in control, leading 8-2.
All Hanson Family Hospital clinics are now scheduling athletic sports physicals for middle, high school, and college students. This special is $38 for middle and high school students and $80 for college students if paid day of service. This special is not filed with insurance and payment must be at time of service to receive the discounted price. It does not include immunizations or any other services. Call your provider today to avoid the end of summer rush. Hanson Family Hospital and Clinics is healthcare you can count on.
Bottom of the fourth inning, South Hamilton leading South Hardin 8-2. Andy Jennings with you. This is Radio on the Go Sports on KDAO.com. As we go into the bottom of the fourth, South Hamilton with 4 in the second, 4 in the third. And we'll see if Reeks can have a scoreless fourth, as South Hardin really needs to try and hold this game together. I mean, if South Hamilton scores 4 more runs, the game's over. They score 3 more runs, then South Hardin has to score in the fifth. And South Hamilton has had some clutch hits. I mean, Newberger had an RBI single, Bonet an RBI single, Bonet a 2-run single, Lammers an RBI double. They've also scored on some wild pitches. And then South Hardin's made some mental mistakes that aren't necessarily errors, but they are errors, especially the one where Duncan decided to go to third, didn't get the runner out. Well, that wound up loading the bases. And the pitch down, and that caught the umpire. As Trask at the plate, she has struck out twice. 1 ball, no strikes. Once looking, once swinging. Bottom of the fourth inning, South Hamilton leading South Hardin 8-2. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that's high and way outside a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. A 2-0 count. Here's the 2-0 from Reeks. And there's a strike on the outside corner. So 2 balls and a strike. So 2-1 count. The 2-1 pitch is away, a ball, 3-1. 3 balls and a strike. So South Hamilton trying to get their leadoff hitter on in the fourth. The 3-1, a swing and a miss. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So the count is full, 3-2. We'll head to Fairbank tomorrow night. Wapsie Valley. First at 5, we'll have East Marshall Don Bosco. And that pitch misses away for ball 4. And also, if the South Hardin baseball team wins tonight, Chuck will have South Hardin baseball against West Marshall. And it looks like the umpire might have a little bit of blood, as he took that shot on the arm. So we're going to have a little delay here as they wrap up the umpire. So runner on first base, nobody out. 8-2, South Hamilton. But we'll also have, we'll have 2 doubleheaders for you, really, as, we expect 2 doubleheaders. We know North Tama won tonight, so I'm assuming that they will play potentially Wapsie Valley. Wapsie Valley has to beat Dunkerton first. So Wapsie Valley beats Dunkerton, then it will be tomorrow night in Fairbank. East Marshall Don Bosco at 5. North Tama and Wapsie Valley or Dunkerton at 7. And then in Grundy Center, we'll have South Hardin against West Marshall potentially, or if South Hardin gets upset tonight, I guess he'd have Sumner Fredericksburg, but we'll see. But if South Hardin wins tonight, they would play West Marshall at 5 p.m. in Grundy Center tomorrow. And then at 7, we'll also have Grundy Center against AP. This is all part of the Radio on the Go Sports Network. So Chuck would have South Hardin and West Marshall on our station, 92.9 and KDAO.com, and then John would have Grundy Center and AP on 99.1 or on 99 The Wave, and they're also video streaming that Grundy Center game as well. Pitch down, throw down to second base is not in time, and a stolen base for Trask. 1 ball, no strikes, as the umpire got his arm all wrapped up, so he's good to go. Or it was a strike, according to the scoreboard. So maybe an 0-1 count. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball, right side, fielded by the second baseman, Duncan. She'll underhand it to Anderson at first. Advancing to third base is Trask. And there's one down. Here's Emma Ammerman. She's reached on an error to third and also has popped to second. With that runner on third base, we'll see if South Hardin brings the infield in. They do not. And she's hit right in the back foot. Third hit batsman for Reeks. And now runners on first and third. Here's Lily Ammerman. She singled into left her last time. She also has flied out to left. 8-4 South Hamilton. But they're threatening again with runners at the corners. And that pitch all the way to the backstop. The runner will hold at third base. Getting down to second is Emma Ammerman. And a 1-0 count. A bit surprised that Trask didn't score on that. And there'd been a foot race between her and Reeks, and usually the base runner has won that foot race here tonight. Here's the 1-0. Bounce down the third baseline, foul. Count of 1 ball, 1 strike. So the count of 1-1. Runners on second and third, just 1 out. Break-even pitch, swing, and a miss. Count of 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck is Dallas Oberender. Tigers again not pulling the infield in, so they probably allow the run if there's a ground ball to second or short. Maybe they'd come home. And the pitch is up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2 count on Ammerman. 8-2 South Hamilton. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and this ball is raked down into the left field corner, foul. And she jumped all over that pitch, but out in front, pulled it foul. And the count remains 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Another shot down the third baseline, foul. And we'll stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good battle between Reeks and Ammerman. The winner of this game will play Grandview Christian, number 2 in the state, on Wednesday night at Hoover. Be a 7 o'clock first pitch. Here comes the 2-2, and it's outside, 3-2. So a really good at-bat from Ammerman. This will be the 8th pitch of this at-bat. Oberender is on deck. Reeks looking in. Here comes the 3-2, and it's hammered down the line. Well, foul. And we'll have a 9th pitch of this at bat. A terrific at bat by Ammerman. Can Reeks win the battle? Count 3-2. Runners on second and third. Here's another payoff pitch. Ball 4 just missed. Pretty good spot for Reeks, but couldn't get the call. That's the 3rd walk allowed by Reeks, and the bases are loaded for South Hamilton again. Oberender has walked him and hit by a pitch. As she takes outside a ball. She's representing the winning run. If she were to hit a grand slam, the game would be over. The 1-0 swing and a miss. Count at 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1-1 count. Just 1 out, bottom of the 4th inning. South Hamilton threatening to bust it wide open, leading 8-2. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Reeks looking for a big second out to try and keep South Hardin in this one. Right now the lead is 6. He can get out of this without allowing a run. You still give yourself a chance. Here's the 1-2. It's a bouncing ball up the middle. Rozanski dives. It's off her glove into center field. 2 runs will score. That's a 2-run single for Oberender. And another clutch hit for South Hamilton. Advancing all the way to third goes Ammerman. And now the winning run stands at first base. It's 10-2, and you got to think she's going to be running. With runners at the corners. So South Hamilton could have the winning run at second base here in a moment. Here's the pitch. There goes Oberender. It gets away. Ammerman will break for the plate. She'll score. And now the winning run at second base. It's 11-2 as South Hamilton 1 run away from clinching the victory and moving on to play Grandview Christian Wednesday. A 1-0 count. And that's high. 2 balls and no strikes. I mean, either way, South Hardin has to score a run if we get it to the 5th, but if South Hamilton scores here, that'll be it. Newberger pops it back and foul. Counted 2 balls and a strike. This game started with so much promise for South Hardin, jumped out to a 2-0 lead, but it quickly disappeared. And now they're in trouble. As the 2-1 is outside, 3-1. I mean, you got to give South Hamilton credit. Some of their players that maybe you don't think of to get clutch hits have come up with some clutch hits. There's Oberender, the 2-run single. 3-1 is popped up by Newberger, and Reeks with a nice running catch on the third base line. So 2 down. Now here's Hesse. So Hesse will stand in. Still 2 outs. That winning run at second base. If South Hardin able to get out of this inning, they will have 3, 4, and 5, and they do have to score a run. Here's a ground ball to third. Dickus has it. Throw to first in time. And that will retire the side. So the Tigers able to get out of it, but South Hamilton adds 3 more runs on 1 hit. No errors and 2 left on. It's 11-2 South Hamilton. South Hardin needs a run to keep this one going. This is Radio On the Go Sports regional softball coverage.
For your commercial or agricultural projects, trust D&B Agrosystems of Hubbard. D&B Agrosystems is a turnkey operation for commercial and on-the-farm solutions. At D&B, they offer grain storage, handling, and dry systems for all sizes of operation. For more than 40 years, D&B has built a name of consistently delivering quality products and prompt, reliable service at competitive prices. For complete details on what D&B Agrosystems of Hubbard can do for your operation, visit dnbsystems.com.
We're in the top of the 5th. South Hardin needs some runs. Trailing South Hamilton 11-2 in the top of the 5th inning. Got to at least get, was it an 8-run rule or is it a 9-run rule? First pitch swinging. Dickus pops it up. Hewitt in foul territory. She can't make the catch. And an 0-1 count. So good. Another opportunity for Dickus. So it's 10 after 4, 8 after 5. So South Hardin needs 2 runs to get the game to the bottom of the 5th. And that's in the dirt ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dickus has walked and reached on an error by the left fielder. A 1-1 pitch, swing, and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dickus, a junior. A 1-2, ground ball back through the hole. That'll be a base hit right back up the middle. So Dickus with her first hit. And a leadoff base runner. Here's Charlie Rozonki. Rozonki has walked and grounded to short. And it's Dickus over at first base. Anderson on deck. Rozonki pops it back and out of play, foul. Count of no balls and a strike. 11-2 South Hamilton. South Hardin needs 2 runs at least in this top of the 5th inning. Obviously, they'd like 4 or 5, maybe even 6. They could get 4, 5, 6 runs, and suddenly we'd have a ball game. You go from like 11-2, 11-7. Now 1 ball, 1 strike on Rozonki. The inning started well with the single by Dickus. 5th hit for South Hardin. And Rozonki grounds it down the third base line. Nice backhand, but it's foul. And the count of 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1-2 count. Here's the pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Runner on first base. South Hamilton leading 11-2. The winner goes to play number 2 Grandview Christian Wednesday. 2-2 pitch is grounded down the third base line, foul again. And the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. And bad news for the U.S. men's national team as they're trailing Belgium 3-1. That's in the 61st minute as Rozonki takes the ball and throw to first base. And Dickus able to get back. So 3-2 count. So the U.S. men's national team has some work to do, trailing 3-1. There have been a lot of crazy comebacks in the World Cup, but here's a bouncing ball down the third base line again. But the U.S. in trouble. We saw Mexico lose last night to England 3-2. When it's 3-1, Belgium. Another 3-2 pitch. Here's a bouncer to third, fielded by Ammerman. She'll go to first for the out. And smartly done by Ammerman to get that out at first base. No need to risk throwing to second. Really, that runner at second base doesn't matter at all. She can score, and you can still end this game with 11-3 win in 5. So Anderson at the plate. She's doubled and hit into a fielder's choice. She grounds this one to third, gets through the third baseman's legs. Being waved around is Dickus. Now they'll hold her at third base. To second goes Anderson, so that'll be an error and runners on second and third. So South Hardin has what they need. 2 runners in scoring position. And 1 down. Here's Willoughby. She's walked and bounced to first. Now a line drive up the middle. Going to be cut off by the second baseman. The throw is not in time. So an RBI infield hit for Willoughby. And now South Hardin has that run they need. Is 60 feet away. And here's Maddie Duncan with runners at the corners. Ground ball, shortstop, on to second one, throw to first, and can't turn the double play. And the run scores, and that means we will have a bottom of the 5th. That was almost a double play. If Hesse throws that a little stronger, she might have her. Willoughby out at second, 6-4. And now here's Michaela Hardy with a runner on first. It's 11-4. And a strike at the top of the zone. So now South Hamilton will need at least a run in the bottom of the 5th to end it. Here's the 0-1. Hardy fouls it over the first base dugout. No balls, 2 strikes. So Tigers able to come off the mat and get a couple of runs in this 5th inning to cut the score to 11-4 as that's grounded to the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs, runner on first base. South Hardin trailing 11-4. Hardy, ground ball to short, fielded by Lily Ammerman. Throw to first in time. And that will retire the side, but South Hardin gets 2 runs on 2 hits. 1 error and 1 left on. The Tigers with 6 hits for their 4 runs. South Hamilton a couple of errors, 7 left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. South Hamilton needs just 1 run to end it. They lead South Hardin 11-4. This is Radio On The Go Sports on KDAO.com.
At Hardin County Savings Bank, we have school spirit. Mascots are full of school spirit, and they're helping us give back to local schools. With every HCSB debit card swipe, you're helping fund school events and activities. Register today for HCSB Cash for schools programs and join us in making a difference. At Hardin County Savings Bank, we have school spirit.
South Hardin able to score runs for the first time since the 2nd inning as they get 2 in the 5th. Now they got a new pitcher on the mound. It'll be McKenna Warburton. So McKenna will come on to pitch and try and keep South Hamilton from scoring the winning run. Reeks goes 4 innings, Allows 2, 5, just 6 hits. But 11 runs. She walked 3, she hit 3, she struck out 3. And it will be the top of the order for South Hamilton to greet Warburton. McKenna on the season has a 1-11 record, 71 in the third innings, 142 hits, 119 runs, 29 strikeouts, 39 walks. So Ella Bonet will stand in. She's 2 for 3 with 3 runs batted in. She's got 2 RBI singles and a 2-run single. She swings at the first pitch, and it's caught by Anderson as she's able to lunge to her right for out number 1.
Now batting number 4, Emma Lammers.
Now here's Emma Lammers. Lammers has walked, reached on an error, and has an RBI double where she was thrown out trying to stretch it to 3. As Warburton's pitch goes all the way to the backstop. So the count 1 ball, no strikes. Belgium still leading the U.S. men's national team 3-1 in the World Cup. Lammers pops it up on the infield. It'll be the catcher, Owen. She's got it, and 2 quick outs. And here's Addie Trask.
Now batting for the Hawks, number 3, Addie Trask.
Trask has walked once, struck out twice. So Warburton trying to send us to the 6th inning with a 1-2-3 inning. Bonet to line out, and Lammers popped out, and ball 1 to Trask, up and away. 1 ball, no strikes. A 1-0 count. And Trask takes high and in, 2 balls and no strikes. So 2-0 count. The 2-0 pitch, that's inside, 3-0. So 3-0 count. The 3-0 to Trask. Does she have the green light? She takes a strike. 3 balls and a strike. Trask could end it with 1 swing of the bat. She's got 3 home runs. Yeah, 3 home runs on the season. 3-1 pitch. High and away, ball 4. So a 2-out walk to Trask. So the winning runner is standing at first base. As Claire Hewitt will stand in. So Hewitt stands in. Ball driven in the air, right center field on the run, and making the catch is Weig in center field. So Weig able to squeeze it. Hewitt gave it a ride, but no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on. To the 6th we go. It's South Hamilton 11, South Hardin 4.
A wound that won't heal can slow your life down, but you don't have to face it alone. At Hanson Family Hospital's Wound Care Center, our specialized team of skilled clinicians provides the medical expertise needed to support the body's healing process, limit health complications, and speed up recovery time for non-healing wounds. With personalized treatment plans and compassionate care, we're focused on helping you heal and get back to what matters most. Call 641-323-2060 to schedule an appointment in Iowa Falls. Hanson Family Hospital is healthcare you can count on.
South Hamilton leading South Hardin 11-4 as we go into the top of the 6th inning. Tigers do get a scoreless fifth from Warburton. Now can they get more runs and make this thing a little bit more interesting? And if you could get 4 runs here, suddenly you get back to within 11-8, potentially going into the 7th. And you never know what you can do. Schaefer 2 for 2 with a couple of singles. He's got an infield hit and also a single into left. Well, here's the pitch. And a strike on the outside corner. South Hamilton was just 1 run away from putting it away in the 5th. Couldn't do it. And now South Hardin a chance. Here's a bouncing ball up the third baseline, foul. No balls, 2 strikes. So no 2 count on Schaefer. The 0-2 is fouled off first base or the third base side. Excuse me. No balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, and it's driven out into shallow left on the run, and making a diving catch is Trask. A great play in left field as Trask diving towards the line. And Schaefer looked like she was bidding for her 3rd straight hit. And a great catch by the South Hamilton left fielder. Here's Ella Owens. She struck out, RBI ground out, and a fielder's choice. And takes a strike on the outside corner. So count at 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. The count of 1-1. Break-even pitch is popped up back behind the plate. Just going to get out of play. And the count of 1 ball, 2 strikes. Renly Weig is on deck. She's 0 for 3. Here's a bouncing ball down the third baseline, foul. And 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jones shaking his head. Don't swing at that pitch. That's what he's saying. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. The 1-2 is in the dirt, and this time Ella takes it for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A 2-2 count. BCLUW defeated Linville Sully tonight 4-0. This ball driven in the air, left field on the run, and making the catch again is Trask. So a little bit more routine for Trask that time. Had to dive on Schaefer's ball, but able to make a running catch there, and there's 2 outs. Here's Brinley Weig. Weig gets flown out twice to right. She's also bunted. She's bunting here, bunts it out in front of the plate. Throw to first is not in time, but the umpire is saying it's a foul ball. And he's calling her out. They're saying the ball hit her outside the box. I did not see the ball hit her personally, but it maybe was shielded. Or maybe I don't know what happened there, but she's called out. I don't know if the ball hit her or if her foot was out of the box. But Weig is called out. Looked like it was going to be a bunt single, but instead we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. It's South Hamilton 11, South Hardin 4.
For your commercial or agricultural projects, trust D&B Agrosystems of Hubbard. D&B Agrosystems is a turnkey operation for commercial and on-the-farm solutions. At D&B, they offer grain storage, handling, and dry systems for all sizes of operation. For more than 40 years, D&B has built a name of consistently delivering quality products and prompt, reliable service at competitive prices. For complete details on what D&B Agrosystems of Hubbard can do for your operation, visit dnbsystems.com.
Bottom of the 6th inning, South Hamilton in the same position they were in the bottom of the 5th. They need just one run to win it. It'll be Emma Ammerman, Lily Ammerman, and Dallas Oberender. This part of the lineup has been very fruitful for South Hamilton. Ammerman has reached on a hit batsman, or a hit by pitch, popped to second, and an error. Lily Ammerman has walked, singled, and flew to left. Dallas Oberender, a 2-run single, a hit by pitch, and a walk. So Emma Ammerman will stand in. 11-4 South Hamilton as they're trying to clinch this tournament win. Warburton will try to get this game to the 7th and see if South Hardin can't pull off the incredible comeback. Ammerman pops it back and out of play foul. So an 0-1 count. So no balls and a strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's high. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the count of 1-1. The break-even pitch. And that's high. 2 balls and a strike. A 2-1 count. Ball has popped up, out in shallow left. Rozanki, foul territory, bobbled it and made the catch. And 1 down.
Now batting for the Hawks is number 13, Lily Ammerman.
And 1 out. Looks like Coach Owens might not be in the dugout. I never saw him get tossed, but maybe he did. I don't know. Here's the pitch inside. No, the hitter.
That'll bring up number 21, Dallas Oberender.
So Lily Ammerman will be at first base on the hit batsman. And now the assistant coach coming out to see. Just wants to make sure what happened. So Coach Blake Owens. Well, now he's back. Well, he must have just got frustrated and walked away for a minute. And the umpire looking into the dugout. So he is back. So he wasn't tossed. I didn't see him get tossed. And there's the stolen base for Lily Ammerman. So the winning run now at second base for South Hamilton. That was a ball to Oberender. So 1-0 count. The 1-0 from Warburton. And that's high. 2 balls, no strikes. So a 2-0 count. Ball 3. Count of 3-0. On deck is Newberger. Oberender already has that 2-run single just an inning ago. Well, back in the 4th. And she shoots this one over the third base dugout foul. So swinging 3-0. And a count of 3-1. And South Hamilton trying to close out this win against South Hardin, leading 11-4. 3-1 pitch. That's high. Ball 4. The runner's on first and second. And here's Allie Newberger. If that runner gets to third base, then if you're South Hardin, you got to bring the infield all the way in because you can't allow them to score. The game's over. Newberger had an RBI single way back in the second inning. As Owens and Warburton, a quick conversation. Runners on first and second, 1 out. And the winning run at second base. As Warburton trying to give South Hardin one more at bat. And missing inside a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0. It's a shot up the middle, bobbled, and getting the out is Rozanki. So out at second base is Oberender, but now the winning run is at third base, but you do have 2 outs. So 2 outs. Here's Hesse. The U.S. men's national team still trailing 3-1. 1 ball, no strikes. It's in the 83rd minute, not looking good for the U.S. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's high. Runner goes to second. 1 ball, 1 strike. A winning run at third base. Hesse can end it with a base hit. The 1-1 is popped back and foul. And the count of 1 ball, 2 strikes as Warburton trying to get out of this inning. So 1-2 count. Warburton trying to end the 6th, take us to the 7th. The 1-2, it's popped up. Third base, over is Dickus to make the catch. Just short of the fence on the third base side. Good job by Dickus. We will go all 7 tonight. South Hamilton, no runs, no hits, no errors. 2 more left on. They've left on 8. South Hardin needs a big rally. We'll go to the top of the 7th. Tigers need 7 to tie and 8 to take the lead. Top of the 7th inning. South Hardin needs a big rally. It'll start just getting people on. You need base runners. This is one of those innings where you're looking for walks, hit by pitches. 3, 4, and 5 for the Tigers. And you don't want to be too aggressive if you get on the base paths. This is a station-to-station type of situation. You're not stealing bases. You're going to be very, very conservative because you need several runs to try and tie this game up. It's a 7-run game now. South Hardin will try to rally back. Here's a shot, right field. That'll drop in for a hit. Dickus with her second hit. So she's on base, well, for the third time, but the second base hit. So you've got a runner on first base, nobody out. Here's Rozanki. That'll be hit number 7. Pitch is up. And this is where Dickus needs to be very careful at first base because her run does not mean anything. It's 11-4. There's no reason to try and be too aggressive. You've got to score 7 runs. At a 2-0 count. This ball is hammered to left, going back, but it's going to be caught by Trask. Must have caught that one a little bit on the end of the bat. It sounded pretty good going out to left field, but one down. Off the bat, I thought Rozanki got a little bit more than that. But Trask able to make the play. And there's one down. Here's Anderson. Takes the ball away. And throw back to first, and just able to make it back. With one out, 1 ball, no strikes. Snap throw by Bonet, nearly picked her off. Bouncer down the third base line. It's bobbled and safe. As tried to knock it down. That'll be an infield hit for Anderson.
Number 6, Madeline Willoughby.
So second hit of the inning, and here's Willoughby. She had an RBI single in the 5th. And takes a strike. No balls and a strike. So an 0-1 count. 11-4 South Hamilton trying to hold on for the victory. Pitch down in the dirt, a ball. Count of 1 ball, 1 strike. Tigers need more base runners. You can get the bases loaded, then you can start to make some hay here. And a count of 2 balls and a strike. So 2-1 count. The 2-1 pitch is lined into center field for a base hit. They'll hold Dickus at third, and the bases are loaded. So the Tigers not going quietly into the night.
Number 5, Maddie Duncan.
Here's Willoughby with her second straight hit. And now a visit to the circle for South Hamilton as Coach Gorman out. First time he's been out to visit his pitcher, Lammers. It'll be Duncan at the plate. Bases loaded, 1 out. Tigers still need to kind of be in station-to-station mode, so base hit, bring in a run. Maybe you can try and score 2, potentially, if you're going to score easily, and South Hamilton might not even come to the plate. But 3 hits in the inning, 9 hits overall for South Hardin. And now here's Maddie Duncan. She's hit into a fielder's choice twice and popped to second. Bases loaded, 1 out. Driven right field, right into the glove. Corbin dropped it. Now on her way to second is Duncan. She gets too far off, and now she has to go back to first base. So that's going to be an error. A run will come in. Corbin has been so good tonight making those catches, but that one came out of her glove in right field. And now here's Michaela Hardy. It's 11-5. South Hardin still needs 2 runs to get the tying run to the plate. Hardy, a pop-up third base. Shortstop making the catch is Ammerman, and now South Hardin down to their final out. So it'll be up to Schaefer. She's 2 for 3 tonight, a couple of singles and a fly out to left. That was the diving catch that Trask made. If she could get on, then you'd have back to the top of the order. And Schaefer keep the good night going. She rips it down the line, foul. Tigers trailing 11-5, 0-1 count, 2 outs, bases loaded. They need a 2-out hit from the freshman Schaefer. Takes strike 2, and now South Hardin down to their final strike. As Lammers trying to end it. Schaefer trying to keep South Hardin alive. The 0-2 pitch. It's a bouncing ball, third base line. They'll tag the runner coming home, and that's the game. As Anderson is tagged out, heads up play by the pitcher Lammers. And that will end the ball game here tonight in Jewel. A long regional softball game, nearly 2 hours here, as South Hamilton able to defeat South Hardin 11-5. South Hardin 1 run on 3 hits, 1 error, and they leave 2. So 9 left on base by South Hardin tonight. And just not enough, as South Hamilton with enough clutch hitting to get the victory. We will step away, come back, and wrap it all up for you. This is Radio On the Go Sports on KDAO.com.
At Hardin County Savings Bank, we have school spirit. Mascots are full of school spirit, and they're helping us give back to local schools. With every HCSB debit card swipe, you're helping fund school events and activities. Register today for HCSB Cash for schools programs and join us in making a difference. At Hardin County Savings Bank, we have school spirit.
All Hanson Family Hospital clinics are now scheduling athletic sports physicals for middle, high school, and college students. This special is $38 for middle and high school students and $80 for college students if paid day of service. This special is not filed with insurance, and payment must be at time of service to receive the discounted price. It does not include immunizations or any other services. Call your provider today to avoid the end of summer rush. Hanson Family Hospital and Clinics is healthcare you can count on.
Final score here in Jewel as South Hamilton knocks out South Hardin 11-5. As the Tigers will wrap up this season at just 1-23. Got off to a good start. They led 2-0 after the top of the second, but South Hamilton with 4 in the second, 4 in the third, and 3 in the fourth. South Hardin got 2 in the fifth and 1 in the seventh, but just far too many base runners left on tonight as the Tigers fall here by the final of 11-5. As Addie Reeks will take the loss. She went 4 innings, allowed 6 hits, 11 runs. McKenna Warburton pitched the other 2 innings. Did walk 2 batters, but did not allow a hit or a run. So pretty good work out of her to try and give South Hardin a chance, because it looked like South Hamilton was going to be able to end this game early. They had chances in the 5th and 6th, could not do it. South Hardin got it all the way to the 7th, and then they loaded the bases with 1 out there in that 7th inning. But a pop out by Hardy to short, and then the play on Schaefer's ball. She grounded it up the third base line. You thought maybe it'd be a swinging bunt where it could be trouble, but the pitcher smartly thinking, Emma Lammers saw Anderson breaking from third base and just tagged her to end the game and give South Hamilton the win. For South Hardin tonight, they got 2 hits from Schaefer, 2 hits from Willoughby, including an RBI single. Anderson had a double and a single. Dickus a couple of singles, so they hit the ball well. Just left 9 on base. It's just one of those things. You just can't leave that many on base and get the victory, although South Hamilton left 8 on base, and they do get the win. But if you look at this game, kind of breaks down. South Hamilton had the clutch hits when they needed them. Bonet, a couple of hits, including an RBI single and a 2-run single. They got an RBI single from Newberger. They got that 2-run single from Oberender. That was a huge play in this game. In the 4th inning, they'd only scored 1. It was already 4-2. They went up. They had scored. They had scored 2 runs before she came up, and then she delivered. They had scored 1 run before she came up. Then she hit the 2-run single. Then she also scored on a wild pitch. So that made the score. It went from 4-2 to 7-2 to 8-2, and then in that inning, they also South Hardin made some mistakes in that 3rd inning, as it was the 3rd inning really where the Tigers made some mistakes. As Newberger had that ground ball to second base. Duncan tried to get the lead runner at first. She was safe instead of getting the runner out at first, which would have been the 2nd out. Then the next hitter, Hesse, grounded one right back to the pitcher with the bases loaded. It appeared Reeks could come home. Instead, she went to first. And then to make matters worse, Bonet came up and hit a 2-run single to make the score, to push the lead up. And then an RBI triple or RBI double by Lammers before she was tagged out trying to go to 3rd. And suddenly the lead was 8-2. And then 3 more runs in the 4th to make it 11-2. And then South Hardin battled back a little bit. Got 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 7th. But not enough tonight as the Tigers fall to South Hamilton 11-5. So 11-5 is the final score, as South Hamilton will move on and play number 2 Grandview Christian on Wednesday night. That will be at Des Moines Hoover High School. They move on at 10-21. South Hardin ends the year at 1-23. Our next broadcast will come your way tomorrow night. We've got all kinds of tournament baseball for you on KDAO.com. I will be in Fairbank for what appears to be a doubleheader. East Marshall versus Don Bosco at 5, followed by North Tama and Wapsie Valley at 7 o'clock. As we'll have 1A district semifinals coming up for you tomorrow. Actually, district semifinals and everything. Also in 2A, Chuck will be in Grundy Center tomorrow night. It'll be West Marshall and South Hardin or Sumner Fredericksburg. Did not see if South Hardin won or not. It doesn't say the score to this point. But Wapsie Valley leading Dunkerton 12-1, so pretty safe to say they are going to win. So we will have a doubleheader tomorrow night. North Tama, Wapsie Valley 7, East Marshall, Don Bosco at 5. You can hear that on KDAO.com. Austin will make his way back to Fort Dodge as Fort Dodge St. Edmund will host AGWSR. That will be at 7 o'clock, and then Chuck will have South Hardin or Sumner Fredericksburg against West Marshall at 5. And John will have AP versus Grundy Center at 7 o'clock as we get all of our games on the radio on the Go Sports Network. And I think Jason has I think it's the North Butler baseball game as well coming up tomorrow night. So we'll have lots of baseball tournament coverage coming your way tomorrow night. We'll get it all organized for you tomorrow and figure it all out. Then we'll have more regional softball coverage for you coming up on Wednesday night. I will be in LeGrand. It'll be East Marshall hosting a regional game. Chuck Carpenter will be in State Center for West Marshall's first round game. And Austin will be in Denver as the Grundy Center girls open up tournament play on the road at Denver. So that's what we have coming up for you tomorrow night and Wednesday night. That'll about wrap up our broadcast here tonight from Jewel as South Hardin falls here tonight. Just one senior for the Tigers, Michaela Hardy, playing her final game for South Hardin. Want to thank all of our sponsors, the Hardin County Savings Bank, Hanson Family Hospital, D&B Agro Systems, and Ellsworth Community College. Final score once again, South Hamilton defeats South Hardin 11-5. I'm Andy Jennings saying so long from Jewel. This is Radio on the Go Sports on KDAO.com.
Tonight's game was made possible by
Hardin County Savings Bank, Hanson Family Hospital, D&B Agro Systems, Ellsworth Community College. This has been a special sports presentation of KDAO.